What's up? And how's it going? So we're back again. Oops, wrong one. It's more Pokemon, which I'm very, very happy to be back on playing. I've had a lot of fun playing Let's Go Eevee. It's a weird look. It looks so off-center. But yeah, very glad to be back playing this game. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely more slow-paced than the average Pokemon game. But that's okay. I don't know what Choco's doing in the background. Choco, hey. But yeah, it's been a fun game. We made some pretty good progress last night. We beat Lieutenant Surge. Was a rocky road to get there. I kind of expected that though. Unless you just prepare for that. That's always like a one heck of an experience trying to get that. Unless you just like trained up very well. And I'm always underleveled. I say it every Pokemon game I ever play. But I don't know if we'll make it to Erica tonight. That is going to be my goal, to at least beat Erica, but I don't know if we'll get there. It's to be determined, needless to say. I've been doing some thinking, honestly, about like the actual party we got going on here. And it's moving in a pretty good direction. But I've been thinking about subbing somebody else for the fire type, because we're going to need one. Especially the closer we get to Erica. And I've kind of already decided that Pikachu's going to stay to the end of the game. We're going to use Raichu. I'm going to use Alakazam. Alakazam and Raichu are going to happen. And also Gyarados. Gyarados being the water type, or water flying. Amber, our psychic, and then our electric Pikachu. Eevee is starting to come a little short in needing this Pokemon in the team. I kind of want to keep Pidgeot because later on, like facing Bruno, it's going to have like a lot of like different little things that are going to help us out. But I don't know. And I've been really indecisive on that, but a big thought of mine has been subbing out Eevee. And this would be the time to do it before we get too much farther in the game and overlevel Eevee for no reason. We can't evolve it. I'm gonna feel bad. But it's at this point where like Eevee really isn't doing us much good in this. Eevee has a couple of moves that are kind of clutch and come in handy, but I don't know. I've been really thinking about subbing it out. I've been thinking Vulpix, honestly, because we really need a fire type, and I know we can get Charmander eventually, but then before we can even really use it and before it's even useful, you're gonna have to level it up. So I'm kind of thinking that's probably what we're gonna do. I hate to. As much as I love Eevee, its usefulness has kind of ran out on us. What up, Rez? How's it going? I'm gonna put Vulpix in here, because we need a fire type. We need one. Especially the closer we get to Erica. I know that we've got Pidgeotto, which is gonna be strong against grass, but we're gonna need more than that. So sorry, Eevee. It was bound to happen eventually. I already said I wasn't gonna be keeping Eevee to the end of the game. So it was bound to happen eventually. So Rez, how was the today? How are you today? How was well, I guess that's the same question. Anyway, hopefully you're doing pretty well. I'm glad you can make it. I feel so odd. Like I've got this upper half, 21, 22, 23, all underleveled, and then we have a whole other half of the team that's even more underleveled. 18, 14, and then 15. It was okay. What does that mean? Oh man. Nothing too special. Honestly, this team here could work toward the end of the game. I'm in a debate if I really want to keep Nidoking to the end of the game or not. It would be helpful. I might put Eevee back though and actually switch out Nidorano. Now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's going to be one that kind of plateaus. He's got a decent moveset, but it kind of plateaus. Once you get to Nidoking, it's okay. You can learn like a couple fighting type moves, a couple ground type moves, a few poison moves. So yeah, I think I'm going to sub out Nidorano because Sadly, now that I'm starting to think about it, like, poison can be helpful, but in this, not quite as helpful as a lot of things. It's going to be strong against some grass types. And that's kind of the gist of it. I know fairy too, but we really don't even run into that many fairy. There's not really fairy Pokemon even in this game. So yeah, I think I'm going to put Eevee back for now, actually. And take out Nidorano. I hate to, but I feel like the usefulness of Eevee, it's definitely our strongest Pokemon. Oddly enough. And it's definitely gonna be more useful than Nidorino. Because, I mean, let's check his summary. Trying to learn the language. It means how are you in Swedish. Swedish and Spanish. You're trying to learn 2 languages? Good luck. That is a hard one to do at the same time. I forgot that it knows Thunderbolt now. Huh. I mean, that is a decent moveset list, but its special attack isn't really even what it's good. It's upped in attack, so Thunderbolt's kind of meh. And double kick, it's okay. Eevee knows it. Dig, I think Eevee knows that as well. So Poison Sting's really all that really sets it aside. The Thunderbolt is, like I said, it's kind of cool, but its special attack's 33. So it's not even really going to be that great. Even despite it being a pretty strong electric type move. So I think that's going to be the better play here. Taking Nidorino out and working with this team. Okay, so that's the play for now. We'll kind of go from here. Yeah. I can get behind that. So it moves Eevee actually knows. Well, they say Swedish is easy for English speakers? Really? That's cool. I've never tried, actually. I want to check one thing really quick. I don't think it would be able to, but yeah, I can't. I wanted to just check and see if randomly Abra could learn Thunderbolt. It'd just be sick. It knows Seismic Toss and Headbutt though, so it's something. Spanish is pretty easy to you. I don't speak a lot of Spanish. I'm definitely not fluent, but it's easier than other languages. Like, I've tried to learn Japanese and I kind of just gave up. I hate to say it, but Japanese, it's a tough one. Mostly because of the variations, which, I mean, I guess you could say that happens with a few other things too. See, that's the thing about Spanish. The only difficult part that I could really say is, like, I would say a strong half the population of people who speak Spanish don't speak pure Spanish. Like, there's like this, like, Spanish-English version, and then a lot of it is made-up words in Spanish that a lot of people are really bad about using into the Spanish language when you're actually talking to them. You bet, Jet. Yeah, it's really tough. Rolling the R's, the double L's too. Like a lot of people, you know, with when like chicken, they call it polo, but it's like pollo. You just get used to the R's and like the rolling your tongue to say certain things. It's practice. But yeah, Japanese was the toughest one. Like I said, I gave up on it. And with Spanish, I mean, to be fair, I never really tried to learn it. I flunked it in school because I didn't want to learn it then. A big part of it was just like growing up, the culture on my grandmother's side, my dad's mom, and learning things that way. A little bit, a lot of it was actually what I picked up in school, and then just being older and learning things. I think we've pretty much caught all the Pokemon that are around this area. You've heard Speed speak, and they interject English words a lot. Honestly, English being so predominantly spoken these days, I would say it probably happens a lot in a lot of different languages. Aren't you a little toughie? That's weird. It's funny, this is the second Brass I've seen in the game, and the other one's name was spelled with a Y, and this dude's name is spelled with a A. Actually, I think I'm thinking about something completely different, but that's okay. I think he may be the first Brass. Come on, Pikachu, take that Mankey out! Sweet. Let's see. Regular potion now would be okay. It's not fully healed, but that's fun. What up, lass? Don't you dare patronize me. Jesus, I just said what your occupation is. Oh, she's a picnicker. I guess I did patronize her. I didn't mean to. To think that you could be a professional picnicker. Yes, I picnic as an occupation. Professionally, that is. Pikachu grew to level 22. Very nice. Pidgeotto. Man, this battle was meant for Pikachu. Sith, hello. How's it going, Tim? I'm glad you could make it. Oh, got that paralysis. Sweet. Finish it with that quick attack, Pikachu. Tim, thank you so much for jumping on Twitch and on YouTube. I really appreciate that. I think that's just the way down. I'm gonna catch it, or at least try to, because we didn't evolve the other Nidoran. So this would actually be pretty nice to actually be able to use. I'm gonna switch the Pokeballs though. I swear, the proportions of how this goes is so wonky. I swear I wouldn't waste so many Pokeballs. I wish you could do this like you can, like the kids, they play on the Switch a lot, and it actually, they just get to press A. I gotta freaking like throw this Joy-Con around and there's no direction for it. It makes absolutely no sense. Ugh. Yeah. Finally. Jesus. Really gotta put an emphasis on that arc. You couldn't just give me the catch, could you? There we go. Even though it was a horrible circle. Doing good. Had a nap before the stream started. Very nice. Started to get up earlier because of the rain. Is it raining a lot? I'm doing pretty good though. Thank you for asking. Oh my god. Except for this Nidorina. Really want to catch it, but it's being extremely difficult for no reason. I'm glad there's at least a Pokemon Center up here. This is one of the things I miss about just regular catching Pokemon. You could put this thing to sleep and up your chances. Or paralyze it. All I have is Pokeballs and berries. Oh my god. Ran away at the sight of a berry. Luckily, I'm assuming, honestly, its catch rate is probably pretty high. I think it's like the second one I've seen over here, so I'm not too stressed about it. Other than the amount of Pokeballs that I just wasted on it. Tish, hello. It was on and off today. I feel you. So how are you today, Tish? Oh, jeepers. Did I catch one of these? I know we ran into one. I don't remember if we caught it or not. Chansey. We did not catch Chansey. Maybe I'll have a chance to catch Chansey this time. I thought it was going to be closer. Wasn't. Let's hope for the best. 2, 3. Gotcha. Oh! You bamboozled me. I was so happy. Forget it. I have to do a freaking hook shot with this thing, basically. Here we go. We actually had a little bit of snow here today. Nothing was sticking, but a little bit of snow. These Pokemon, they test my patience. Come on. It's like 3 excellents in a... Well, it's 3, not in a row, but... Alright. I've almost used 17. I've used freaking Great Balls on this thing. Then it runs away. Hey, it's a Krabby! That's tempting to actually use, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna though. We got it. Magikarp. It's so close to evolving now. It's tempting. That was an accident, but I got it and I'm happy about it. Even though we probably won't catch it. We caught it! These Pokemon. They know how to test your patience. Awesome though. Awesome. We got the Krabby. I'm happy about it. What's the emphasis on it when it says it's huge? What's the point in that? It's a huge Krabby. Alright, let's try our hand at this one again. I didn't get to catch it last time, let's try to catch it this time. It's huge as well, apparently. That third shake gets me. Pokemon shouldn't be allowed to shake a Pokeball a third time unless you catch it. It messes with my anxiety so bad. I keep thinking to myself, yes! What kind of a throw was that? Okay. What the heck? How many Pokeballs have I wasted in this last few minutes? I legitimately have no idea. Way too many. This is why I miss the old way of catching Pokemon. Okay, here we go. Oh, look. This is not fun, Nidorina. This is torture. Come on now. Stay in the Pokeball. Stay. I swear, actually playing Pokemon Go, I feel like I have better odds at catching Pokemon than this. At least I haven't had to buy any Pokeballs this whole game. I'm about to, though. We're at that point where it's about to happen. So I'm not technically wasting money. But my gosh. Is sure you're making it easy to catch the Pokemon? Heck no, it's not. Stay in the Pokeball pork chop. I've had enough with it for now. I'm gonna go heal my Pokemon. Probably buy a couple of Pokeballs. We'll go on from there. You're the kid that's been getting in our way all the time. Well, that's not fair. It's because of you that Team Rocket's reputation was totally smashed. We'll never be able to face the boss at this rate, which means we'll have to take our revenge on you. Hold it. Hello, mysterious Lapras person. Oh wait, this person's one of the Elite Four members, isn't it? I think, anyway. Ganging up on a child. Absolutely can't forgive that. Who are you, lady? We'll gang up and take you on, too. I'll handle these three. Can you take the other one for me? Leave it to me. I think I said I just kind of clicked A before I thought I was about to have an actual answer. Good answer! At least it was a good one. Now then, let's go. Oh, God. They said it! Good thing my Pikachu knows double kick. It's super effective. Oh shit, she healed up my Pokemon beforehand too. At least I think so. Pikachu was missing a little bit of health. Left ankle certain. That's, I mean, I hear people say stuff like that, like when it rains or something like that, like some certain joints will, like, ache or pain or become, like, more, like, stressed. I wonder why that's a thing. Like, it's like, in some colder weather, they say, like, some people, like, that have had operations, like, they're like, place where they had, like, an operation, like, it'll, like, cramp in a certain way or something. Abra's evolving, getting that Kadabra. I do hope your ankle starts to feel better, though. I still think it's insane, like, the person that had, like, the model of Kadabra, the Pokemon card, just, like, had that card banned for so long. But now it's okay. I still think it was a money scheme. But the card's not banned anymore. Learned Kinesis. Saw Beam. Yes, please. I wonder if he can learn Thunderbolt now. I feel like it should be able to. Let's get rid of Teleport for some reason that is, I mean, some people like it. Yeah, I'd rather not. Let's get it out of here. Now we got Saw-Beam. Jeez, kid. Just how strong are you? I don't know. Even 3 of us rushing you wasn't enough. Those incredibly power Ostop Pokemon. Who are you? Lorelli. Oh, I think is her name. Or Lorelei. I wonder if it's Lorelei. I could do this all day. Anyway. Lorela? Get out of here!
What is this?
It was one of the people of the Elite Four. Shall I freeze you all solid too? Elite Four. We surrender. You're a pretty talented trainer. It was plain to see during your battle. If it makes you feel any better, you're correct. Don't make that face at me! You're about to be banned from the living room when I stream.
Lorelei.
Why can't they just spell it that way? It was plain to see during your battle. I see, so you're collecting gym badges. I look forward to when you come challenge the Pokemon League. Until then, see ya. Let's be smart and heal first. I'm so tempted to just like try to like level up this Magikarp one more level and give it a rare candy to get that Gyarados. Because Magikarp is so useless. Okay, let's check really quick. I have a strong feeling Kadabra can learn. Maybe wrong. I am wrong. Okay, for some reason I was thinking it could learn it. I wanted to check something really quick. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Does this person want to battle? Yup. I've been out at the Pokemon gym a few times, but always lose. Sorry, kid. Vance. Ooh, throwing the the double kick back at me. So Rez, Tim, Tish, what games have you all been playing? Any games? Anything new? Any progress in current games you've been working on? Oh, there's that Magikarp. I think I'm gonna do it. Right after this battle, anyway. Get the Gyarados. At least it'll be a little further caught up with the others. For some reason, it takes an ungodly amount of experience for Magikarp to get anywhere. Tried Bloodborne for a little while, probably revisit it again later, but restarted Dragon Age Inquisition. How do you like Dragon Age games? It was always so linear for me, it was a really hard one to really get into. I've tried multiple times, to be fair. But, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, I actually have no idea the story either. Like, do they, like, go in, like, a canon order, as far as the story goes? You going to bed? Don't forget to take those. Okay. Whew. Cage, hello. He's going down today? I don't really know. Gonna try to make it to Erica, but I don't know if we'll make it there. One of the things I like about this game is one of the things that's, I don't know how to put it. I like it, but there's certain things they've added to the game, and it's made it a little bit longer, like a few of the animations. And, it's hard to judge how far I'll get, honestly, especially not really ever playing this game. Cage is the one that helped you through Guild Wars. See, that's cool. I need to try to play Guild Wars too. I love the first one so much, but still, I've never played the second one. But Inquisition was hard for you to get into. No progress with Ghost of Tsushima. Getting the Skyrim again for a bit. Running through the Dawn Guard DLC, Nos. And, not much, Cage. Not much at all, really. I do need to check something really quick. I've been really wondering about what you do in this game once your box gets full. Because it doesn't look like there's other pages. Maybe there is. I don't know. We'll see. It's about to be full anyway. Planning on playing the first one soon? Nice. I don't really know if I'll be able to get into it with the schedule. It just seems impossible for now. It was good though when I played the first one. I don't know what changes have been made. I haven't played the first Guild Wars since, let's see. It was after Wrath of the Lich King for sure, so I would say... Let's see. Yeah, I really don't know. I was trying to really pinpoint that. I know it was sometime after Wrath of the Lich King, because once I had plateaued on that story and pretty much got to where I wanted to be at the level cap and didn't really have a whole lot to do in World of Warcraft at the time. I wanted something new, but didn't want to have to pay another subscription fee. And I'd started looking up free-to-play MMORPGs, and I tried a couple other ones. I didn't really like them, like the free-to-download, free-to-play. And then I saw Guild Wars, and I thought it looked really cool. The graphics looked really nice, so I decided I was going to buy it. And I liked the fact that it didn't have a subscription base, so I figured that'd be pretty cool to get into, and I loved it. But gosh, I haven't played it in years. Get that Gyarados. Wrath is old too. Yeah. It came out when I was in high school, so I'm right there with you at least. I mean, I think I was in 10th grade. I think. Miss my World of Warcraft days. That's the one I'm fought demons not to go back to. I've been taking this long break from Final Fantasy XIV and just... I crave an MMORPG because I've played them always. This is the longest stretch not playing an MMORPG I think I've ever had. And my gosh. I still really don't want to go back to Final Fantasy XIV until the next patch because I'm trying to have a lot of content to play, but World of Warcraft, man, there's like a whole expansion I haven't played. The last thing I played was Legion. Oh wow, KG, you played WoW in vanilla too? Yeah. It's when I started, I was like young, 5th grade. Those are the days. Everything was just so much more simple in World of Warcraft back then too. I mean, it was a lot more grindy-ish, depending on what you were trying to do, but my gosh, it had its moments though that were just so good. I still remember when it was kind of like Final Fantasy XIV in a way too, so you could like literally put your skill points where you wanted them. Shadow Priest was actually worth a damn. What a time. You played in vanilla for a little bit, but then when they brought out Burning Crusade, you was way more interested in WoW. I feel you. I wasn't. I didn't get to play Burning Crusade as much. I had other... It was like real-life events going on and other things like that. I got to play it for a little while, but not as much as vanilla. Vanilla, I got to grind so much time into it all the time. Like, literally, like, I only got to play it on weekends at my mom's at first. And then ended up, like, saving up and getting a laptop and played it on that for a very long time. And, I don't know. I liked Burning Crusade because I thought it was really cool. Because wasn't that when the Draenei and the Blood Elves came out? Yeah? I could be wrong. I think it was. But the Burning Crusade was good. You started the tail end of it. But, I don't know. Something about Wrath of the Lich King, that was where it really took off for me. See, I love vanilla because that was my first MMORPG experience pretty much ever. And then it was when they introduced the Draenei and the Blood Elves. I was thinking so. And then, Burning Crusade, like I said, I just didn't get to play it as much. And then Wrath of the Lich King, I was there like every single freaking day. Like, that's my peak right there. Blood Elves. I've never played a Blood Elf. That is a weird thing to admit. And people who've never played the game wouldn't get it. But I know a lot of people that really got into Blood Elves. I've never played a Blood Elf character. Not even once. I don't have anything against them. Don't think it's like that. I was never a really big Horde fan, so I didn't really play the Horde very much. Which kills a lot of people. I know there's some... Like, everybody in my area... It was so hard because I know a lot of people that I grew up with that played World of Warcraft, but they all played on Horde. And I was always an Alliance character. I really like the city-states of the Alliance a little bit better. You also loved Cataclysm. See, that was a hard thing for me with Cataclysm. Mists of Pandaria was really good. I did like that actually a lot. Cataclysm was a weird off time for me. I got to play it, but it was an on and off thing, kind of like Burning Crusade was for me. Cage likes the Horde. There's nothing wrong with it. The thing I was always jealous about the Horde, they got the cool mounts. They got all the cool mounts. Oops. I forgot what... I didn't read what she said. I'll train you every step of the way if you want. She said something else, but okay. Okay, kiddo, give you a workout. You align with the Horde much more, but the Jaina are pretty cool. The Horde characters that I really, really got into, I played Tauren. I really like the whole Thunderbluff area and all that stuff. But I really got into Tauren quite a bit. I like playing Tauren Druid. But, I mean, I did have a Pandarian, however you want to say it, that actually did play the Horde side. Like, I know they're neutral, but I kind of sided with Horde a little bit more because I never really played Horde that much. So I kind of did that a little bit, but... Other than that, it was mostly Alliance, though. Can't do the hooves. Yeah, we just get horses. I mean, there's some other cool stuff. Let's see. I know the Night Elves get the tiger things. I can't remember the name. Man, I wish I could remember more. I know there's hippogriffs and griffins too, but it's like later on. Horses, the tigers. Isn't there something else? I can't think. The female Draenei though. Promape. Gosh, I wish Kadabra was stronger. This would be a perfect fight for Kadabra, but he's so weak right now. Oh, man. Let's go Pidgeotto. I want to send out Kadabra so bad, but like I said, he's so weak. Rams for the dwarves. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. The Mechanostratters. Yeah, they're like the little bird-looking things, aren't they? I remember. Gnomes, man, it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of that stuff. Blood Hills get ostriches? Is that real? The birds. Let's try to look at this. If it hits me with that same attack, he's going to take Pidgeotto out. I'm going to have to try to... Yeah, Pidgeotto's down. Oh, man. Pidgeotto toughed it out. Come on, get that crit. No crit. Okay, we're gonna try to quick attack it. And hope for the best. Panther or something? Yeah, it's like some Tiger thing. I can't remember its name. For the non-elves. But yeah, the raptors with the trolls, that was one I was always jealous of. Not sabers, yeah, that's the name. Turns out you taught me a thing or two. Here, take this for your lesson. Break. I don't think I have anybody in this team that can learn it. Maybe though, I don't know. We'll check it. I forgot Gyarados can learn Thunderbolt. Let's teach it Scald really quick too. I said too like it already knew it. You know what? We might as well. Pikachu can learn Big Break. That's just too much. Okay, what is it? It's getting rid of Splash. I already know. I was about to say, what is it now? What can we get rid of? It's Splash. Splash is gone. Kurumi! How's it going, Kurumi? How you doing? Sorry to do that louder, but there's 3 kids asleep that I don't want to wake up right now. Goblins are the best horde race. Other than the Blood Elves. I never even got to play a Goblin. That's so sad. The last thing I played was Legion. And really all I did with it was mess around with the Demon Slayer and a little bit with a Worgen Shadow Priest. I tried to just like enjoy, but it was so hard to enjoy. And then I had another character I was working on at the same time. And I can't remember what it was now. You know, like this one? Yeah, I mean, I like this one too. I was always a big fan of the gnomes. Honestly, the Worgen ended up being one of my favorite races, like, later on down the road. I know it's, like, unpopular opinion, but I just thought they were so cool. Such a cool thing, and the fact that it was Alliance really just, like, shone that lot in a weird way for me. I feel like there's probably a lot of upset people about that there, that they added, like, a werewolf race, and then they ended up being good. Like Tari? You love the Worgen as well? Yeah, I thought they were really cool. It's pitch black in here. Do you want to use the secret technique light up? Eevee used let up. You started seeing your surroundings. Now that's helpful. Alright. This is going to be the thing. We're going to end up running into a lot of Zubat in here, I presume. Ooh, okay. A Rhyhorn. A Geodude. I'm pretty sure we already got Geodude. I really want to go for the Rhyhorn here. It's got this like red aura around it. I feel like it's going to be more difficult to catch. We'll give it a whirly early. Got an excellent 1, 2, 3. Of course it busted out. Can the legendary Pokemon bust out and run away in this too? Oh god, that'd be such a, like, stressful bummer. I didn't even think about it until now. If you have to go through this Gizmo with the legendaries. Oh, Jesus. Gosh, why can't you just battle Pokemon in this game? Ah! It drives me insane seeing all three shakes. And then they run away. Oh, let's just stick to the battles for now. Keep my sanity at a rate we can just work with. I don't know why. When I first saw this person, I was thinking they were dressed like Lickitung, or he probably fought a Lickitung. I don't know why I didn't think Slowpoke. I mean, the tail would have gave it away, but I didn't even think it. Nice. I like the fact that Kadabra actually seems like Abracadabra, both they seem to like really get quite a bit of quick experience, which is really nice to see. I can't remember if we caught him at Chop earlier or not. I don't know. We'll try it. Did not catch one. Okay. No, okay. Got the Machop at least. Too bad. I wish there was an option to go into this or to just battle the Pokemon. I feel like that would have saved this game so much more. Random fun fact, you made a female Dragonite back in the day. Hello, Onyx. To swindle dudes out of their gold? Did it work? It's kind of funny. I feel like that happens a lot. Just a lot of people just like in it for the loot, you know. You can get Graveler in here? That's cool. There's another Rawhorn. I gotta try again. This one doesn't have the aura around it, so maybe it'll be a little easier to catch. Yeah, it did. I can only imagine so. Damn you, horrible mechanics. I've kind of like deducted the reason, like my Switch isn't sitting directly in front of me, it's like at a weird angle sitting in front of me. And I'm wondering if that's why like the calibration seems like it's off. Then again, maybe it's just how this game's designed. I really have no idea. Why do they make this Rawhorn so hard to catch? He's not even that great of a Pokemon. also don't really see the point of like the not great, excellent on the catch rates. They don't make a lot of sense. What up, Slowpoke guy? I draw pictures of Pokemon when I'm at home. There's nothing wrong with that. Your in-game friend helped you too? That's cool. I had a friend that used to play on 2 PCs. He used to beef up one character and use another character all the time to just help his character out because he mostly played solo. But would always just like pretty much dip all of his money into one character. He also used to sell gold in the game too for real off money, so. I kind of like how World of Warcraft is these days, how like, if you like literally don't feel like paying a subscription, there's like other options to do things. That seems like such a bad idea to switch out to fight King as Khan. Let's use Eevee, maybe. Maybe it might be the best decision. But yeah, the way World of Warcraft is these days, if you can actually make enough in-game money, you don't even have to pay your subscription anymore. You can get these coins and like sell them, and like it goes vice versa. You can get more gil in the game, or not gil, gold in the game. I was thinking Final Fantasy 14 for a second, but you can get more gold in the game, or you could get in-game Tom, which I think is really cool. Oh, I feel you. It takes a long time, you know, if you just play it like, well, I guess not too long. Early levels it takes a while, but later on it's not too bad. I remember playing in Vanilla WoW the first time I made my first gold. I was so proud of myself. So proud. Let's use some potions really quick. It almost feels like a waste, but at the same time, I really don't want anybody dying while we're in here. Or fainting, I should say. They don't die, they faint. I'm actually going to take a very quick restroom break. Your friend gave you 1 gold and you felt like he was rich? I mean, yeah, at the beginning of the game, they make it very difficult to try to make 1 gold because you start off with copper, then it moves to the silver, and then finally you can start making gold. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we got a little bit of health. Damn it. Revolve. Nice. I saw this funny meme the other day that just, it hit me so hard it felt like an attack. There's that Cubone bone. Gonna try to catch one of those really quick. I don't remember if we caught one last time or not. But, yeah, it was this thing about, like, saving items to the end of the game. I was looking at the ether a little bit, a lot of people call them ether, I call it ether. I was looking at the ether a little bit ago, and I was thinking, you know, I never use these things until it's like diresome situations or close to the end of the game or maybe at the Elite Four kind of thing. Because you can't just bomb in the game, you know? You can't get them until like way later, or throughout the game, I should say. But you can't really ever just bomb. And always save them for the end of the game. But sometimes I don't even use them, and it reminded me of a meme I saw the other day where it's like, I'll just save it to the end of the game when I need it, and then you beat the game and it's like still sitting there in your bag. Of course it ran away. I normally don't ever think of anything like that, but like I said, I personally felt attacked after I saw that meme. I was like, ugh, that is so me. Save it for the end of the game when it finally happens. Ugh. What up, Dudley? That is a weird name for a ninja. Alright, Gyarados, let's give you a whirly dirly. Hopefully this pans out well for us. Oh, okay. That worked very well. Mankey. Come on, take the Mankey out. You can do it, Pikachu. Good deal. Welcome back, Cage. Well, I was gonna switch, but Poliwhirly. Should have switched back to Gyarados. Gyarados could really use a lot of the extra attention. Pikachu did a really good job, though. $24. Slam. Let's really look at it. I don't really think I wanted to learn Slam. Target is damaged with the long tail Vons or the like to inflict damage. The accuracy, yeah, let's not learn it. 75 is just not worth it. Literally anything I feel like in Pokemon games that is lower than 80 accuracy, it's not worth your time. It's probably going to miss more than it's going to hit. Volcalman? Volcalman? Volcalman. Tilbaka? What does that mean? You're gonna hear that a lot. You speak in different languages. I'm gonna ask what it means. Is that a welcome back in Swedish? Means welcome back. Cool. This could either go really well or very slow. Geodude down. Graveler's next. Ooh, that's going to be a good one on experience. I think, anyway. Golem has 2 arms, doesn't he? Have you ever wondered why in the world Graveler has 4? I feel like they did it to, like, kind of, like, make a bigger version of Geodude look different. They give him feet, but why 4 arms? Just to make him turn into a turtle and lose 2 arms. It's one of those things I always wondered. You've learned a little? That's good. So do you speak Swedish as well, Cage? I know Riz said he was learning. Just keep old moves. I don't like Whirlwind. Mainly greetings. Hey, I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. I mean, look at Spanish. When people learn Spanish, the introductions, numbers, food, words like, well, mostly, yeah, that would be it. Numbers, food, the days of the week, and greetings. You know, it's like intro level. So, I mean, that's the base, you know, getting your foot in the door into places. Greetings and goodbyes is what I should have said, but still, I mean, it works. Everybody's got to learn somewhere, like I said. Pikachu is surveying the vicinity. We're surrounded by Golbats. Let's get a quick save just in case. I don't know why I say just in case, but let's say just in case. I don't think anybody really needs a potion right now, so we should be good. This tunnel goes a long way, kid. Aren't you a kid too? Camper Lenny? What is ja mikt bruh? My crit. My kit. Flamethrower. Jesus. How am I the one using Scald and he uses Flamethrower and Gyarados is the one burnt? Whatevs. Get out of here, Lenny. I wonder if we got a burn heal. Got a full heal, but not a burn heal. I wish they gave you other items too, not just like Pokeballs when you win a battle. Like if they gave you potions, Pokeballs, you know, other items too, because I get why they give you Pokeballs for sure. Jesus Christ, it's insane catching some of these Pokemon. But I don't know, I feel like it'd really have a different curve to it. Like a nice little curve at that, if they like did it in a sense where you could actually just get other items too. But I guess they added this difficulty to catching Pokemon that they thought would be hit or miss, that if they just did it this way, people wouldn't be so stressed out about spending all their money on Pokeballs in the game, maybe. That's like the only positive side I could really see to it, as sad as that is to say. Because it is ridiculous how hard it is to catch some of these Pokemon. Like, they run away, and you gotta throw like a billion Pokeballs. I mean, is that a freaking Kangaskhan? Jesus Christ, look how huge it is. Let's try to catch it. You said yes, very good. That's cool. You used to translate because you couldn't remember what very is in Swedish. Come along, Kangaskhan. Oh, Jesus. Gotta work on my timing a little bit better. We caught it! Awesome. We got the Kangaskhan. I don't know why that was randomly easier to catch than Cubone Bone, but I'm okay with it. Everybody almost leveled up because of it too. Jeepers. Everybody but Pidgeotto. Not Shade. Okay. I like how they have the up-to-date moves on a lot of these. It's very nice. What does Kinesis do? Yeah, Kinesis, you're out of here. Very nice. How big is Kangaskhan? It looks so freaking huge. It is only 4'6" and 111 pounds. That is crazy. They make it look gigantic. I mean, I guess it would look gigantic next to a freaking 10-year-old though. Get your shit together, Pidgeotto. I can't believe freaking call it Kangaskhan. Can't even catch Rhyhorn, which I'm giving up on for now, or freaking Cubone. We can just randomly waltz up and catch a Kangaskhan. I'm telling you, I don't understand like the curve in this game. Yeah, it's clear. Obviously, if I did, I'd be catching a lot more Pokemon. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Whoa. I wish there was confirmation. Thunderbolt it. Jesus. Oh, I think I'm more tired than what I thought I was. Could you imagine the confused face on an Onix after it just got thunderbolted? Onix? Just naturally assuming they say their name like they always did. I don't know why. I just now realized we don't even have a... It worked in the anime. I guess that's true. But I just now realized that we don't have an escape route. I deleted teleport. And it's looking like chances are I might have to end up leaving here. To literally have to heal and get the PP boosted back up for the Pokemon and everything. Maybe not, though. We'll just have to see. We are going to have to switch out Gyarados, though. Scald, it's starting to run its course. We're starting to run out of it. I'd rather save it a little bit longer. So let's, gosh, I don't want to use Pikachu. And Eevee's already so OP. I want to really use Kadabra or Vulpix, but Vulpix is going to be useless. I mean, most things would be super effective against that. And Kadabra will be decent, but Kadabra is going to have shit defense. We keep using Gyarados for a bit. We'll go from there. I know I just said I feel like I need to switch it. Jesus. Escape Rope. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. Alright, what up, Hawker? Outsiders like you need to show me some respect. Bro, if you spend so much time in a cave, when people waltz up in here, you're calling them outsiders. Klaus, you got some problems. Three more sleeps till Final Fantasy 14 news. What kind of news is it? I know today they actually launched, what was it, 5.45? So what's the news? Is it like news about 5.5 or? I'm sorry, I'm out of the I don't know what you would call it. I really haven't even been following it very much here lately because I'm trying not to get any spoilers. Like, I saw a thing from Mr. Happy the other day. I got, like, a minute into the video where he was talking about predictions for the next classes. And, should be 6.0 news, like the new expansion. I feel so weird. Like, I'm ready for a new expansion, yet just so not. It's like makeshift FanFest. That's gonna be depressing for so many people. I hate to say it, they would have been better off just canceling it this year. Even I like to watch the FanFest stuff. I've never been, I've always wanted to go. But, I don't know. It'd be like how it was for me trying to watch the ball drop this year. Like Stacy and I, we stayed up till midnight with the kids because we wanted to let them watch the ball drop. It was going to be their first year actually getting to. And they didn't really get the point. And it didn't help that, like, I don't know who he said he was going to send out. Just try to be safe and just throw in Gyarados. I have no idea who he said he was going to send out. I wasn't reading. But, yeah. Wrong, thank goodness. They also pointed out there probably won't be a concert. That makes sense. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I hate to say that they should call it off because of all things. I know a lot of people, like I said, really look forward to that, but like I said, we hopped up the ball drop this year. Because, I mean, I know we're going through all these horrible times right now, but I figured they'd at least do something. No, it was so depressing. Watching Times Square without a single person standing there, except for police officers to make sure people aren't coming outside of their house. That was like the most depressing thing, and I feel like FanFest, not showing fans at an actual festival, I feel like it's going to be like all over again, just almost depressing. Want to see some new shit? Yeah, I mean, I guess they have to have a way to like promote new content coming out. But, I don't know. We'll see how it'll go. Hopefully they've got something planned out that it's just going to work out really well. I hate to say it, part of me wouldn't be surprised if they just glimpsed at things, not even a full trailer or anything, just glimpsed at what's going to come. They've been really bad about, like, the content that they've been releasing lately. I don't know how. I need to stop being so negative. Gosh, this is going to be a hit and miss. I shouldn't have done Dig. I should have just switched out for, like, Kadabra. Takedown would have been crucial on it, though. I'm glad I switched out from Gyarados, at least, though. I don't know why it's using Takedown, though. That recoil, it'll get you. I'm just going to continue to dig. I feel like it's a decent play. It's been a year. It really has, especially with Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, it's taken... I mean, it's been a really lacking content year, and I understand why, but... I don't know. They've dampened my spirits, needless to say, though, at content coming out for the game. I also wanted the same thing. You know how much they'll reveal? Since they usually break it down to the 3 Fan Fest. Yeah, that's true. I'm guessing it'll just be a glimpse. Because it's going to be a TBA, you know? TBA, TBD, you know, one of the two, or both. When it comes to, like, an actual release date. So, I don't know. I'll be right back. I wonder what the actual release date could be on it, though, as far as Final Fantasy XIV release dates. Because we've never had a year like this. I know that whole team's never had a year like this. A lot of us never had a year like this. It's, as you said, it's been a year. So I am very curious on like the direction it will and could go, though. I really should have picked up some more potions before I came in here. Sorry, Genghis Khan. We've already caught one. I'm wondering where I know that, like, back in the day there was a person who used to have a Charmeleon in here, and I'm wondering which person it's going to be. I think so, anyway. Maybe it's this person. Do you know how you can avoid getting lost in the mountains? You can bend twigs as trail markers. There's no twigs in here. What up, Sophia? Ace Trainer. I don't know. But yeah, fall 2021. Oh, okay, Vulpix. Seems pretty late. I know they usually come out in the summer, but I don't know. I'm wondering if it'll get stretched to like next year. Or like late this year, like in December. Because we still don't even have 5.5. But I mean, fall maybe not too far off. You know, if they're really pushing things, which could be possible. Kadabra. Part of me wants to sit on my Kadabra, but I feel like Mon's going to be a little too weak for that. So, gosh, this is a hard one. Let's go Eevee. Eevee's got bot. Possibly. We're in uncharted territory, that's for sure. Flan blonde, they say. Double it. Do you ever use, like, does anybody ever use, anybody watching, it doesn't have to be now. If you're in the comment section, you'd like to prefer to get in on it in the future, that's cool. Does anybody like using moves that have recoil? I hate those moves so much. I'm not a big fan of two-parters, and I'm not a big fan of recoil moves. It's like, I'm not a big hopper beam fan either, because like you can't do anything to move after. I like solar beam if you have like a Pokemon that can make it like sunny immediately. But as far as recoil moves, I don't like any of them. None. I feel like there's a lot of people that probably do. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like a big thing for me. I just cannot use moves that use recoil damage. It's just, you don't? Yeah, to me it just seems like, I mean, like a double edge, you know? It says it on its own. Sure, you can take off some decent damage, but at what cost? Your own health, you know? It's just, it doesn't seem like a good trade-off for me. That was close. Pikachu was about to fall over. Wow. Yeah, that one's definitely a dead end. We see a ladder over there. We got this black belt. Let's travel further down. Person that face here, another ace trainer and an item. Let's get the item. Stardust! And then we'll fight the trainer. Even on a mountain like this, an ace trainer. And I have no idea what he said. I don't know. I saw it and my brain couldn't just, I don't know. Some insane competitive strats out there that might use them. I know a lot of people when it comes to the competitive things too. They'll straight up sacrifice a Pokemon, do massive damage on another Pokemon, to have another Pokemon come in and get that little sweep there at the end. This is a hard one for me to be able to do, to just sack a Pokemon out. Gyarados is really running low on those scolds. What up, Euthanasia? How's it going? And, I mean, it's been hit and miss. We've been having more views on Twitch lately, which I always appreciate. We still get the views on YouTube as well. Even, Facebook a little bit. It has been more divided. A lot of people like, not everyone has. So Nuzlocke challenge win? Never. It's a big thing for me too. Just Nuzlocke's just, I don't know. Damn it, I did it again where I don't see what Pokemon is getting switched out. I'm gonna switch, try to play it safe, maybe go I really don't know what he's sending out. I don't know what's safe. Let's go Eevee. I don't know. You kind of like Twitch. A lot of people like Twitch because of the latency. See, there's a little delay on everything. On Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anything you stream on's got a little bit of a delay. And it seems like most people... Oh, damn it, it was Flareon. I should have kept it. But a lot of people end up liking... just the main crew. But a lot of people like using Twitch just because of the latency, though. Like I said, the delay is like so much more. Gosh, I think it might be like 2 or 3 seconds on Twitch, and it's like 5 to whatever is depending on your internet, and the servers on YouTube for YouTube. So, but we still got everybody over on YouTube as well as likes to watch. There's actually a big crowd of people that really like to watch on YouTube that literally never even get in the comment sections, which I don't get upset about at all. I always appreciate people that watch, even if they don't want to get in on the comments. I understand. Thank you, Eevee. It's like 1 second on Twitch, it's 10 seconds on YouTube. Standard YouTube over, yeah. It's a big thing with YouTube. Their thing is they try to promote like quality, I guess you could say. Because, to be fair, a lot of people live stream on YouTube, but more so people post videos on YouTube versus actually live streaming. Like, a lot more people just post things than live stream. Let's try to give Kadabra the benefit of the doubt this time. If it's a mistake, it's a mistake. If not, well, awesome. Twitch has fun emotes and other things. I really want to just start. Thank you, Tim, for jumping in over on YouTube. Actually ruins the algorithm to stream from a video uploading account. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you never live stream, and we just start live streaming, okay, let's give it a second. See, we got a little something going on. Okay. Using your friend Cage's emotes, that's cool. I want to get some of them uploaded on Twitch. I have some on YouTube already, but it's something I've talked about, but I've just never had the time to really get around to. Ever since I started streaming on Twitch, it seemed like that's where my free time kind of went away. It's been a little bit like that with like Facebook too. My free time, I get about an hour before work. Then I go to work. I'm there for 8 hours plus. And then when I get off work, I spend around 11, sometime after 11, depends on when I get home, to about 1 o'clock with Stacy. And, I mean, from 1 o'clock to 2 as well. But from 1 o'clock to 2, I'm usually trying to get most of the stream stuff to gather and all that stuff. So, like, as far as my free time goes, I really don't have much of it. So, like, actually trying to work on things for, like, emotes, it's become almost impossible. That's where a lot of people end up like getting like a third-party person to come in and help them out, and I don't really have that either. So it's been hard to get stuff like emotes onto Twitch. It used to be a little bit harder. It's a lot easier now from what I've heard of. Just now I had the free time to do it. And again, I have a few on YouTube, but to use the ones on YouTube, you have to be a member, and there's that whole thing. But it's a lot harder to get a lot of stuff like that out these days. And on my weekends, I'm usually having to like either grocery shop or sometimes pay a bill or visit family and trying to spend time with the family. Just it gets so rough to do. I want to get some out on Twitch though. I've already had a few ideas. There's like some rough copies of a few I've been working on for like a year on the PC here. Help if you knew what you were doing. It's okay. All this stuff, I mean, it takes a while to learn. It gets easier as you go, but definitely a really getting your foot in the door kind of thing. You're not good with Photoshop? I feel ya. Thought about streaming yourself, but you don't know? My best advice would be, if you want to do it, but if you're unsure, I wouldn't. That sounds horrible to say, so don't take it in a bad way. I'm going to immediately explain what I mean. How to put it? I have family members that like to stream, but if they don't get views, they get discouraged and they don't want to do it anymore. And they'll try again later on. It can be the same thing. And for a lot of people, honestly, your first stream might get you a shit ton of views, and kudos if it does. But the big thing to be about it is, like, if you're unsure, sometimes you're going to be more self-conscious than the average person. The best way I think I know how to explain to people to get into it, if you really want to stream, tell yourself you want to do it, and to, like, just keep that up, and you got to be persistent with it, doing it. Like, I mean, I'm here nearly every day. I don't stream on Fridays and Saturdays, but every other day I'm here. Even if it's low views on a game. The only times I really stop playing a game is just low views and negative comments, and at that point, I'm not having fun. Obviously, nobody else is having fun with it, so I'll switch games. I've only done it with a handful. But for the most part, I would, like, if you really ever wanted to do it, I would just, like, really sit down one day, like, play your cards and see if you'd really enjoy it, how you really feel about it, and then go from there, because there's going to be slow days. Like, playing all this Let's Go Eevee has been super slow. But, I mean, I've enjoyed it, though, so I've had fun with it, so it hasn't been bad. But, like, again, I've got family members that often stream, and they get discouraged, you know? Sometimes they get on there, and they have, like, 2 people that stuck around the whole time, and they got upset about it, so they just never wanted to do it again. And they started to dislike it or something like that. It's definitely something to meditate on. I'll always encourage people to do it, though, so don't think I'm saying don't do it. I always encourage at least say try if you've never done it before. And if you have done it before and it didn't turn out right the first time around, you know, there's nothing wrong with second chances. You know, giving something else another try. But you gotta have that attitude where I don't want to say you don't care if nobody shows up, because we all care if somebody shows up. It makes you feel better. It makes the stream go better. It's a lot more fun. But if it doesn't happen, you got to keep in mind, well, maybe the next stream, somebody will. And that's the thing that's got to keep pushing you every single time you do it, you know. Maybe the first one didn't work out. Maybe the second one didn't work out. Maybe the third one didn't work out. But that fourth one, surely that fourth one, if that one does it, who knows? But, yeah. Used to be dope with Photoshop, really. Might have to ask you to help out with some emotes sometime for Twitch. I really need to do something for him. Does David be streaming at some point in the future? That's cool. Coming down to your upload speed now. Need to upgrade the net. Honestly, sometimes just switching to an internet provider could do the trick. Like, honestly, another thing too is your upload speed honestly doesn't have to be that high. That's where a lot of people get the wrong idea. It has to be a decent amount. Like, you can't be using, like, 5 uploads, like, 5 megabytes per second, sorry. But, it doesn't really have to be too high. But you need to move houses, I feel you there. Way back in the day, yeah? Highlight your message? Well, I'm not technically on Twitch chat right now. I'd use this thing for restream. There's only so much that I can actually do. You took photography in high school. That's really cool. 12 megabyte down. On download speed? Oh yeah, you definitely gotta have an upgrade there. I think my current my upload speed on average is only like 11. If it puts to example. 2, you can't really use that though, unfortunately, but Twitch channel points thing. Ah. But yeah, if you can just get it up to like 11. Actually, anything above 9 is actually useful. I feel you there. A lot of people only care about download speed too, which is a honestly, I don't know how to put that. Download speeds are good if you don't plan on doing anything else with your internet other than just watching streaming things and downloading things. But for streaming, you need some decent upload speed, though. I see you got plenty of Pokeballs. If you're ever on low, come talk to me, okay? Okay. There's no other option other than that, so... Okay. Maybe we'll be back someday. Don't get close just because it's dark. 8 megabyte up before streaming starts? Yeah. It could be decently. None is kind of like where the bar should be, but 8, I mean, you could probably do it with 8. Make different things to use points on. Like in Cage's stream, you make him drink water every 5 minutes. Gosh, I'd have to pee even more if I had to do that. You've seen the Hydrate Redeem turn nasty? How nasty? How so? Turned really... Oh, yeah, that could be really bad. Yeah, Pokemon? Let's start. Leroy Jenkins? Gotta remember your limits. Yeah, see, there was a person I actually watched on, used to watch on Twitch. I couldn't do it anymore because it kind of got silly. They used to do things with their Final Fantasy character like that. Like, every time somebody would do something, like if they, it was actually over donations, though. If they did a certain donation, you had to spin a wheel. And depending on what the wheel landed on, she would, like, do certain things. I don't know. Certain gimmicks like that seem like too much sometimes. It works for, you know, for certain things, but I play such a variety of video games, and especially playing MMOs, it'd be really hard to do stuff like that. I feel like people would get more upset with me than not. You even made it cost more. Super potion, very nice. So did they take the Charmeleon person out? Is that wrong? Was there not a Charmeleon person in here? Or was that just like thinking there was? Maybe it was. I don't know. I could have sworn there was a Charmeleon person in here. Came this far looking for wild Pokemon. Alright, Kadabra's not going to be that great against Meowth. Let's switch this out. Eevee's about had it. Let's go Pikachu. Headed home? Hey, be careful on the way home, Cage. I really appreciate you jumping in. And can't wait to hear from you again. Hopefully you can. And again, be careful, no doubt. But have a good night for sure. Thank you so much for watching. So Rez, what's the weather like in your area? Have you been getting snow as well? Which I can't say that too much. We actually have not really been getting real snow. We had barely sprinkles of it earlier today. In euthanasia? You've been having weather like Australia? No, Australia's been having a lot of rain here lately. Like, either yesterday or the day before yesterday, there was like some flood warnings out. I don't know if, like, how similar weather can be from Australia to New Zealand. I mean, I guess it depends on the areas. But hopefully it's all safe out there for you. Oh, if we could have got that burn, that would have been so perfect. Nope, no snow. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Totally different. It makes sense. Alright. Ooh, found a revolve. Lucky rock that time. And we made it to the end of the cave. I feel like there's another autumn over here, I believe. Yep. New Zealand isn't very dry. So your soil actually soaks, unlike their burnt clay. That's cool. Bit of both. Fires and flooding. I didn't hear about the fires. I have heard they've had a lot of flooding here lately in Australia. That's cool though. Honestly, I feel like my area probably has like similar foundation to Australia. We get rain here fairly frequently, but to be fair, like most of our weather, it's kind of in that other favor of things. It has its pluses and minuses, but usually when it rains around here, it gets very muddy. It isn't summer there? Oh, in New Zealand. Yeah. We hikers are naturals at climbing mountains. I would think so. So what summer's usually like the peak in New Zealand? I'm guessing you use Celsius, so I don't have to like convert to the last month of. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Rez. I'm so ready for warm weather. I'm completely over winter so badly. I just want it to be spring or summer so bad. Gives 2 summers. That would be awesome. Or Celsius. Most places in the world are. Get to around 30-ish there. So what, 30 Celsius is what, like... What is 30? $86, that's not too bad. That's about what it is in my area. Honestly, I take that back. I live in Georgia. We get like 94 degrees Fahrenheit, so probably like 40 degrees Celsius is what it probably is here on average during the summer. In my area. It varies all throughout the US, but in my area here in Georgia, like the upper 80s to mid 90s is usually what our summers feel like, and it's so humid. But I would prefer that over what we got now. I cannot stand cold weather. It is so killer for me. Not the good killer either, like the really bad killer where it's just like, ugh. I just do not like cold weather. Moist air. Yeah, see, that's how it is actually for me. Very humid here. Muggy and moist air. Yeah. You don't mind winter? Swamp ass. Can always check the heater on. The reason I don't like it's because of, like, in my area, most jobs around here, every job I've ever had has been a labor job. So I don't really have, like, mitigated heat and air unless I'm at home. And yeah, it's just awful. Can't turn off any more layers than naked. I guess that's true, but I mean, I feel the same way about like turning on the heater. I can always turn on a fan. And that's one of the things I can do during the summer too, is just AC fans, like things that spray cold water on you. I don't know. I'm always like one of those in a rant. I hate to say it because I feel like it's so common these days, but I really am also in just such a better mood during the summer than when I am in the winter as well. We like here in the U.S. winter, we have like long nights. Like if it night time lasts from about 6 p.m. to about like 7 a.m. It's like literally like 13 hours of darkness. And that's something else that gets to me too that I really just don't really enjoy. Blows hard around. I feel you. That's the way it is at work for me with fans. Still beats being just like humidly hot though. I'm just not a big winter fan. Never really have it. I just don't like being cold really. I like being cold at home, like chilly. Like it's 68 degrees in here year round. But anything below like 40 degrees, I'm just not in a good mood. So cold. We made it to Lavender Town. Oh, Cubone. They're gonna have more emphasis on this story, aren't they? 20 Celsius on the air. Stable? I'm guessing it's a close-ish to what I like it here. Don't have an air conditioner yourself? I don't... We have, like, central heat and air, the way this actually works out here. But I know it does, like, I grew up with my grandparents, they didn't have central heat and air. They had one window unit in the living room for an air conditioner. And it's the same way during the, like, the winter seasons. During the summer, we have the window unit in the living room. And my grandparents, we would have fans placed strategically throughout the house to like make that air spread to different parts of the house. And then during the winter, literally right below the window unit to the right is a propane heater that would heat. But they also used wood heat. Always had to bust wood during the winter to stay warm with my grandparents. They actually still do that, believe it or not. Your computer cooks your room anyway, so you're used to sitting here baking with the windows open. Mr. Yeehaw. Hello. Okay, that was quite some time making it through there. It took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna. The only person streaming Let's Go. I believe it, to be honest with you. This game's been okay. I'm not saying anything bad, so don't think that. It's not exactly been my favorite Pokemon game I've played so far. It's okay though. There's a lot of nostalgia to it. I grew up with Red, Blue, and Yellow, so I like the nostalgia and the updated graphics. But yeah, I mean it's kind of the same way on Twitch. I stream on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube all at the exact same time. But to be fair, it's not a very popular streamed game right now. Don't go disturbing things in the Pokemon Tower. I'm gonna walk in here. I wonder if you can still do the lottery in here. This is where you used to do the lottery, isn't it? Wow, they changed up the scenery in here. It's so crazy. The Pokemon Towers are erected in the memory of Pokemon that passed away. I am a channeler, one who speaks to spirits. I sense a lost spirit somewhere high in this tower. Kind of part of me wants to go ahead and go up, but another part of me wants to kind of just like go down. if you did a Nuzlocke. I really don't feel like it would help anything, to be honest with you. I don't really think I could do a Nuzlocke and enjoy myself anyway. Famous for all the graves made here for Pokemon. They hold memory services in the Pokemon Tower for Pokemon that have passed away. This is like the most depressing part of this whole game. Me too. You just don't like how easy it is. He was playing very casually and you finished the game in like 16 hours. No, the difficulty is definitely easier. The only part that isn't easier for me is actually catching the damn Pokemon. You would dash and play Dauntless. That's all good. I do appreciate you jumping in here, Euthanasia. Hopefully you have a great rest of your evening. But I really appreciate you jumping in here and sticking around, jumping in over on Twitch. It's really awesome having you. But hopefully you have a great the rest of your evening, though, Euthanasia. Chess, baby. Have a great night, though, Euthanasia. But, I'll definitely enjoy the rest of this stream. But, yeah, this game, as far as battles go, oh, yeah. Again, catching Pokemon's been the curve for me. It's just so annoying. It's like playing a horrible version of Pokemon Go. As far as catching Pokemon. And again, don't think I'm talking shit. When I say a horrible version, it is so much easier to catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I wish I would have played this on a different standard too, because I do not like using this to catch Pokemon. Using both Joy-Cons? Yeah, see, I've been just using this thing. And believe me, it has not been going well for me in my favor. It has been just one hell of a time, I'll say that much, for sure. It just makes me wish the original way of catching Pokemon so much. Other than that, though, the actual catching Pokemon is just as easy as, like, you were, or not catching, but playing the game, the battles, a lot easier. I'm usually always underleveled in games like this anyway, fighting people and doing stuff, but this game, I've been far more underleveled than the average game. And yeah, it definitely has a bar set pretty low. What's my team? I'm going to take a very quick restroom break. I'll show the team really quick, and I'll be right back after that. But I'll go ahead and show you the team. How am I gonna evolve Kadabra? There's actually quite a few people who beg me to trade Pokemon all the time, so I'm not that worried about it, to be fair. So, that, it'll get worked out as it goes. But yeah, getting Alakazam, honestly, I'll probably ask Minato if he's, I assume he might still have his Let's Go game. Even if he doesn't, like I said, there's quite a few people who actually watch the streams, who actually want to trade all the time, who are some pretty awesome people who always want to trade the Pokemon right back too, which is really cool to help me out. But that's probably how that's gonna happen though. Just trading Kadabra eventually. An Eevee lot on it? I still want Alakazam. We do have one that was traded to me already. I just can't bring myself to use it because I naturally assume it was hacked. I hate to say it, but it probably was. Or generated, which isn't technically hacked, but kind of technically is. But it's a level 10 Alakazam, so yeah, it was more than likely hacked. I think it's shiny too. Yeah, a shiny level 10 Alakazam that has been mega evolved. Same with this Blastoise. I think they're very cool, but I can't bring myself to use it. Just because, I mean, I don't know. It's just too much. I think they're cool. I appreciate the trade when it happened, but it's just, I can't bring myself to do it. You love shiny hunting, so you shiny hunt competitive Pokemon? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You there. If you wish to know the truth behind the wandering spirits haunting this tower, well, even we channelers couldn't identify them. But maybe, with the right tool. Yes, perhaps a Silphscope might let one see the truth behind this mystery. Ah, yeah, the little Silphscope. So we're gonna have to go to, the next town over to get that. We get the Silphscope from the game corner, yeah? Again, from Pogo, but then you saw they were Mega? Yeah. There's no spoon. Certainly not 5 of them. Oh, it's Lark. Hey, if it isn't Tombles. But what are you doing here? No way, Tombles. Your Pokemon didn't die or anything, right? No, boy, I'm glad I was wrong this time. But maybe I should check that your Pokemon really are doing well with the battle. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of trades like that, though, that were just insane. Shinies that were just so super OP. And I can't ever bring myself to use any of them. When I was playing Pokemon Sword, I ended up getting a lot of trades like that, and I just can't bring it upon myself to even use them. Spooner's a law? You have no idea what you're talking about? Sometimes it gets more annoying with the nature, but you figured you could use nature mints to change the nature. That's cool. Tell me that all the time. I really don't mind the natures. I kind of ignore them most of the time. I don't play competitively, so again, just in-game it's super easy, and I don't play competitively, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. It's sad for some people. I know some people hate to hear that too, but the natures and stuff like that, I really just never mind, to be honest with you, because, like I said, I don't play competitively, so it doesn't really affect my game that much. When you're just playing the game through, like, the actual story of the game, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. It's mainly a competitive thing, yeah. Like I was saying, like, in the video game, really, it's just chess, you know? They're rock, paper, scissors in a more in-depth form. As long as you use top differentials the correct way, you're pretty much always going to win. Even if you're under-leveled, over-leveled, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Unless you're extremely under-leveled, and then, you know, then in that case, you're not going to win, but yeah, I mean, technically it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I want to send in Vulpix so bad, but I'm going to let it at least try to get a little bit stronger. We'll send in Kadabra for here. You just recently got into it, but you don't care if you care because... Yeah, see, that's just me. I love Pokemon. I do. I've been playing for years, but yeah, I just play casually. I'm cool with trades, completing the Pokédex, running through the story. But as far as like competitive, yeah, I don't really jump into tournaments. I don't really do anything other than just like play NPCs Occasionally I'll battle people if they ask me to, but I'm very blunt right from the get-go. Like, you're probably going to win, so I don't know if you're going to have that much fun. And it's kind of how it really goes with me, and I kind of like that essence, but it's all good, though. You've Eevee, I mean, that's cool, too, though, to still enjoy it. I didn't want to switch, but I gotta switch now. He's gonna kill Cadaver so quick if it's asleep. I really don't do much IV or EV training either, unfortunately. And again, if it made a bigger difference, I guess I would. And I know it does in some ways, but just for the way that I play the games, usually it just doesn't seem to like pan out too much. I was never into grinds or hardcore content things. I like to grind for certain things, like way back in the day on Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Fighting Red back then. You used to have to grind a little bit. How come he gets to evolve his, but I don't get to evolve mine? I'm sorry, but I just noticed he's sending in Raichu and not Pikachu anymore. I'm gonna send him a Pikachu to rival it, but oh my god, I'm so jealous. He gets to evolve his, but I don't get to evolve my. Oh man, it's not even fair. You played casually since X and Y, but then you got into it a month ago after watching too much the VCG. I feel ya. Yeah, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters either myself. Can use your, that's cool. Was in a static group who's doing extreme trials. Didn't exactly do so well, so you got out of it. I feel you there as well. I mean, there's an extent to like some things I can grind with where I'm just definitely okay with it, but then I've got my limits, you know. We all do, as far as stuff like that goes. Doesn't matter what game you play, we all got our limit. You played a lot of them, you just... Yeah, I mean, I don't really play online, but there's some I still play. It's not my preference, though. There's only a few that I play that I can just say I just intentionally love absurdly. One of them being Titanfall. I'm a huge Titanfall fan. Titanfall 2 only. I never played the first one, so that's why I say that. I've never played the original Titanfall. But, oh yeah, I love Titanfall. Call of Duty's okay. I don't really like playing multiplayer. If I did play Call of Duty, and I haven't in years, it was always like Nazi zombies. And I guess Fallout 76, you could count it as first person, but most of the time I just do third person gameplay anyway. Having to do it 99 times for the mount, though, not so much. Yeah. That's me, honestly. That's where I've lost my grind on Final Fantasy. It's not just that. They had the what was it? The Unreal thing or whatever that they were doing with Shiva, and now it's like Titan. Like, 99 was bad enough. Potentially more than 99. That's where I started to draw the line, and then so on and so forth. I was really getting into the whole, the new relic weapon thing for a little bit, and then midway through it started off so not Eureka, so fun. And then there's a midway curve to it where it goes from being not Eureka to just, it's straight up Eureka again. And it just, I don't know. There's just so much of like a grind in games like that where I end up just losing it. It's a bit much. It really is. You don't like Unreal at all. I know exactly how you feel. And you like you love Titanfall 2? Played lots of Apex as well. I never played Apex. I never played Overwatch either. I did play a shit ton of Titanfall 2 though. My gosh, I love Titanfall 2. Maybe your Pokemon are doing a little too well. Ah, shoot. When we battled, we scared that Cubone. You know Cubone, right, Tumbles? It's a Pokemon that's always wearing a skull. That Cubone looked like it was searching for something. Maybe it's up on one of these hard floors. Eevee wants to play, but I think I'm gonna kind of go ahead and ixnay out of here and go maybe like for the Sylph Scope, then come back. Then again, it's meant for you to get to a certain point here, then turn around and go look for it, so maybe not. Let's play with Eevee really quick. You like Destiny 2 as well? I've never played Destiny. My brother begged me to play it, but I've never played Destiny. The thought is nice, but yeah. I think the only game he was good at is the Smash Bros. You played 80 hours for a month, but he was like 10 for some reason, so I feel ya. I've never put a lot of time in the Super Smash Bros. I've not even played the newest one. I want to so bad, but they have all these characters, which I think is really cool. But the sad part about it is, I would like to have all the characters, and I can't bring myself to pay the DLC end pros to get all of them. I hate to sound like a cheapskate. I know it does make me sound like one, but my gosh, DLC. I hate the age of DLC so much. I don't want to get to the bottom of this. How did a coward like me end up in charge of the Pokemon Tower? A battle? Well, kind of strong. Here goes nothing, for sure, on both of our parts, because I didn't think about it. I should have went and healed first. Used to be good at Smash, but you're trying. Also not 10. I mean, you turned 11. Oh, you meant 11. Turned 13 days ago, so I feel you. It's definitely okay. I wish I knew anything about Smash Brothers now. I just know like the current like roster. And that's about as far as like anything that I know as far as Super Smash Bros. Now. Don't die, Gyarados. Good deal. Not looking good. Bummer. Alright, looks like Eevee's coming out. Survive, Eevee. Don't flinch. That's it. What was I expecting more? That's okay. Hopefully this will work out better. Thank you, Eevee. Oh man, we need more weaknesses. Oh, jeepers. Joker's really good to pick. You want to main Sephiroth, but you're still pretty shy with the... I feel you. Use Joker or Piranha? I like the fact that Joker's even in the game. It's one of those things I would have never expected to happen. The big thing is mostly because, like, let's be fair that, oh, Eevee, live, please. Oh, thank goodness. But yeah, like, Persona 5 is, like, still a PlayStation 4 exclusive. I like the fact that Strikers is about to come out, though, but I heard it was, like, a sequel, which I didn't expect. I thought it was going to be the same game. Just like a reiterated story, but no, it looks more like a, from what I've heard, it's going to be a sequel with like a Dynasty Warrior style gameplay. You love the Persona series? Oh yeah, so do I. Never seen. But yeah, I love the Persona series as well. I haven't played them all, though. I will say that. I've only played 3, 4, and 5, but I've enjoyed everything I played. On the battle to your butt of things for a little bit here. You found this line around. 5 Eevee candies. Very nice. I'm gonna leave here and actually go heal. A lot of the team could use it now. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Persona series as well. Persona 5 is coming to the Switch. They have Strikers coming to the Switch, but I don't know if the actual... it may be on PC now, though. This is apparently PlayStation 3, but I don't know about that one. I do know it was a PlayStation 4. But yeah. I don't know if it's ever going to come to the Switch. I do know Strikers is coming to the Switch, but... it's a whole different type of game. And again, it's supposed to be like a sequel. I mean, it could though. You never know. You gonna go before you leave? You'll like it. Oh, hey man, thank you so much. Would really appreciate the like and the subscribe. Thank you so much for sticking around. I understand having to get out of here though, it's pretty late. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate that and sticking around for a little bit. And again, thanks for the like and the sub. And sorry, YouTube notifications have been a little bit slow here lately on Streamlabs. So if it doesn't show up, I'm sorry, but if it does, I appreciate it. Even if it doesn't, I still appreciate it. I really thank you so much for watching. We're going to be going just a tad bit farther. Even I'm starting to get tired and actually kind of hungry as well. My goal is so badly to want to hit Erica tonight. Gosh, that sounds wrong. To actually get to Erica's gym and beat her tonight. Beat her gym. Jesus, I can't talk. I'm more tired than what I thought I was too. I've had a long day though. Probably be in your recommendations. Hey, thank you so much. And see you as well, Mr. Yeehall. I really appreciate it. Need to call it a nut. Affiliate Tim. Thanks for sticking around though. You stuck around for a while. Really appreciate that. Thanks for jumping in on YouTube and Twitch, Tim. And again, Mr. Yeehall, see you. And again, thank you so much. But Tim, have a great night. Definitely thank you so much for watching. Cubone, Cubone, come out, wherever you are. I don't see any sign of it. Huh? That looks like Haunter. Is that? It's a go. Go. I'll definitely be on tomorrow, Tim. Definitely. Get out. Be gone. Tubo saying me for some reason. Ma? Cubone sadly trudged away down the stairs. Sorry, Eevee. This is not a time to play. Whoa! Man, they should have come at you like Boo and freaking Mario, don't they? My guess is it's going to be smarter to come back with the Sylph Scope because... Okay, if you like stare them in the face, they don't... Okay, I'm just confused. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting a little randomly freaked out. Not by the ghosty thingy, but I don't want my Pokemon to just die. So, let's just come back with the Sylph Scope. This seems like the smart thing to do. So we're back in Lavender Town. Pikachu is happily staring at the swaying flowers. I wonder where the old Ravel went. That's odd. Mr. Fuji isn't here. Where'd he go? This place is actually Mr. Fuji's home. He's really kind. He looks after Pokemon that have been abandoned or orphaned. Chip freaked you out as a kid? Be sure to name your Pokemon with love when you give a new name. After all, nobody wants to live with a silly name. I've seen a lot of people give a lot of crazy names to a lot of Pokemon. Now you like to read creepypasta about Lavender Town? Man, Lavender Town, gosh, and fan fiction's like super dark. Can't ever forgive Team Rocket. Right now they're taking care of Cubone. Oh, we're taking care of Cubone, whose mother Marowak was... She was caught by Team Rocket, and it was... We never saw her again. But yeah, oh gosh, Lavender Town and fan fiction is... It's already a dark town, possibly the darkest town in all the games. After all, in the OG green version, kids used to get seizures from this town. The music frequency and the lighting and the flashes used to literally trigger kids with epilepsy to have seizures back in the day. We came all the way to Lavender Town on the boss's orders, but where in the world is this old man Fuji supposed to be? The only place left is that spooky old Pokemon tower, huh? That's right, we couldn't get to the top because of that strange ghost getting in the way. Well, we couldn't find that old man, but at least we found this Cubone. Let's get it back to our hideout. At least we'll have something to show for our trouble. Right, let's head to the Rocket Game Corner in Celadon City. Oh, does this little Cubone want its mommy? Your mommy is in Celadon City. Come with us. We'll take you there. Wow, they really tricked that Cubone real damn quick. Now, that's decided. I think we'd better blast off. I just saw something awful. Hey, did you see Team Rocket abducted that poor Cubone? It sounded like they were headed to Celadon City, but they must be planning on taking the skull bone it wears and selling it at a high price. That's messed up. Make dark and creepy fan games of Pokemon. Yeah, there's one I'm actually wanting to play was when we actually get to be in Team Rocket. That sounds dark and messed up in a lot of ways, I know, but... I don't know, I just feel like it would be an experience. I wouldn't want to abuse Pokemon, of course, or be a bad guy, so to speak, either, but I always thought that it would be cool to just have the option. Or maybe to, like, if they ever made a game where you're like a Team Rocket grunt and you get to, like, you know, leave that kind of life behind. I don't know, I just feel like it'd be so much different. It'd definitely be a game changer for sure. What a cute, round, and fluffy Pokemon. What up, Aubrey? With your Clefairy? You got this, Gyarados. Colosseum then. I really did want to play Colosseum. It's just not been in the cards for me. Stacy has a GameCube, which is cool, but I've never found a good emulator that was worth it. I've never just really had the opportunity, I guess is the best way to put it. I'd really like to play Colosseum. Always wanted to. Like, I've always wanted to play Colosseum. I just never really had the opportunity. Let's go for that staff. Switch metronome, man. That's literally a roll of the dice move right there. Like that. Using Thunder. Oh, live, Kadabra, live! Paralysis. It's one of the best Pokemon games. I've heard that so often that it was that good. I've always wanted to play the Shadow Lugia game too. Stacy actually does have that game, and I've wanted to play it, but I've not had the free time to really get into it. I'd really like to try to figure out a way to stream that game. That'd be pretty exciting if I could ever figure that out. Sadly, my capture card and most capture card these days that you buy, though, they have HDMI and not your regular AC adapters from like back in the day. Genius Serenity did an amazing job. Wish they'd make all of the... I wish they'd actually make ports. Like, I would straight up love to play ports of that. If you want my honest opinion, so many people are super stoked about Diamond and Pearl remakes. If we got a remastered port of Colosseum and Shadow Lugia on the Switch, to be damned with freaking new... I'm very serious about that too. I could give a hell of a lot less of a care for Diamond and Pearl remakes. Or I should just call it Platinum Remake with Diamond and Pearl faces. If they just gave us remastered, and I'm not saying remake, if they just gave us a remaster of Colosseum and Shadow Lugia, I never played either one of those, on the Switch, dear Jeepers, you would see one happy Tombles. They're never making a port of that. I know, unfortunately, I know. And it seems like the handheld seems to only get like the love of the community. I shouldn't even say the community, because the community loves pretty much all the games. The love of the devs, if it isn't a handheld, they don't want any part of it other than what it came out on. It's very clear. Firestone, so we can get that Ninetales sometime soon. I can catch a lot of Pokemon around here, so buzz off. That's not what I expected. But yeah, you get it too. But don't even all love the handhelds. That's where 90% of my nostalgia is anyway. But still, yet seeing the other games get other ports, I'd like that they're at least coming out with a new Pokemon Snap. It's a step forward in a different direction that they've not gone in a long time. It blows my mind though how Pokemon Snap was one of the ones that got out, you know, which is still cool, but it still blows my mind. Like, instead of another Pokemon Stadium on Wii, they had that weird like Pokemon Stadium Lock game, which wasn't good. I didn't like the Wii game. If you did, no hate. But then there was Pokken. I've not played Pokken. I've wanted to, because it's like Tekken, and the makers of Tekken and Pokemon made it, so it's pretty interesting, but I've not played it though. You've been wanting to play a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X, and they won't even do that. And it was on the Wii U, so it would be so easy. It really would be. I've like actually heard that the Wii U was a placeholder console. They wanted the Switch to be out already, but they wasn't like completely there with the technology, so they released the Wii U, which was like a bridge between the Wii and the Switch. I was watching I can't remember which YouTuber it was. It was a few weeks ago where I'd heard that they were like the Switch was in play for years, but the Wii was like their greatest like console that they had made at the time because it had so many cells with like the motion activated things. So they were like not trying to get rid of that. They're ready to move to a different like generation of gaming systems, but they didn't want to completely write off the Wii yet, and they didn't exactly have the Switch completely to the point where they wanted to release it the way they did. So I actually heard that the Wii U was the mitigation, like it was just a placeholder console, which is kind of messed up. But it makes sense to do something like that because I mean it is, you know, the mitigation bridge stretch between the Wii and the Switch. But yeah. the Switch was his always dream, but he never got to see it. Gosh, that's so sad too. I hate hearing that with like when it comes to like developers, when they like retire or pass on, and they have a dream or something they've worked night and day, they'll often grit on, and then it gets there and it's like Steve Jobs and the iPhone, It's like something they've foreseen for years in the future in the making, and just they never got to be around when it happened. That's so sad to think. I mean, life's a hard thing, as is, but to think that you could grind your whole life to figure out how to do something or how to make something that could be so great, but then not even get to see it happen, even though the technology is technically there. That's so rough. So, Rez, have you actually seen Smash game director Sakurai? Said that's why he worked so hard on Smash Ultimate, because it was the last job Itawa gave him. Man, that's actually kind of sweet. Like, sweet, cool, but sweet also is like really nice. Have you actually, which is what I was going to ask a second ago, seen the trailer? Looks like Eevee has a present for you. Is that the Gracilia? Chalky Stone. Okay, now. I guess that makes more sense. I thought it was like the shaman thing for a little bit. But yeah, have you seen the trailer for the Universal Studios Nintendo World thing? It looks so amazing. I've never wanted to go to Universal Studios anymore in my life. I've never been anyway, but oh my god, after I saw that, it's just like, I want to go so bad now. So much nostalgia. I'm a rambling, gambling dude. Actually, I think it said gaming. They used to be gamblers, but now they're just gamers. No? You gotta look up a trailer. Is it cool? It looks amazing. Super Nintendo World? Oh man. Like I said, I've never wanted to go to Universal Studios in my life. Right now it's a Japan exclusive thing, but they're actually going to be adding it to the US. Man, it looks amazing. Especially somebody like you. You grew up in like the 90s like I did, so okay, so Seeking got a one-hit KO, but yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, that's really something I'm wanting to do as well. Especially, post getting on that, heavily on the after post kind of thing. Mainly just because, not just to mention that it is very heavily, I don't know how to put it, influenced on interactions. So, yeah. Still worth looking up the trailer, though. They have a trailer, and then they actually have a walkthrough of, like, the person ahead of Nintendo now, who does, like, a nice little walkthrough and shows you an example of certain things. It's worth watching. It's pretty cool. I do, too. Honestly, it's been killing me here lately, to be fair. I was talking to somebody with work earlier. Like, this whole thing has been rough enough. But having to literally sit at home through it is the worst part for me. Which, for some people, that sounds messed up in some ways, and I understand that, but I mean, it has been rough. And again, sitting at home is better than getting sick and having to deal with, like, life or death situations, but Jesus. Like, my usual schedule, like, we try to get out when we can. There's 3 kids here, obviously. We got a dog, so we try to do as much as we can out when we can, where we can. But mostly the gist of us getting out is grocery shopping, me going to work, or going out to eat, and that's like the premise of it. And I'm at wit's end with that. It's one of the other reasons why I'm so ready for summer to get here. Seems like during the warmer weather, things are a little bit more chill. And I'm just so ready for that all over again. Look it up after the stream. Hey, I appreciate that. Wait until after the stream. But yeah, I am so sick of being home. And this year, we're planning a move too, as long as our cards play out the right way, and hopefully they do, but yeah, I don't know. Might come visit you. Your uncle in Georgia. Hey, that'd be pretty cool. Do a little meet up. I'd definitely be into that. What part of Georgia does he live in? Or, you know what, if you don't want to be specific, like what region. Like, I'm in, like, Northwest. And, I mean, see, a lot of states don't do their states this way. Georgia somehow is the only state I know where we have Northwest, Northeast, South Georgia, then Southeast Georgia, and nobody even mentions Southwest Georgia. It's non-existent. It really is non-existent, but I'm not gonna lie, people. He's in Atlanta? Hey, that's not... Literally... you'd have to kind of like almost go through my area to get to Atlanta, going from any state surrounding Georgia, so that'd be pretty cool. Oh, Atlanta's like central Georgia. Like literally like almost right in the middle. It's above South Georgia, but completely below North Georgia. They call it North Georgia mostly because we're surrounded by the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. But yeah, Atlanta's like central Georgia. It's about 2 hours away from where I live. It's not completely, but it's about 2 hours roundabout. It really depends on traffic. But to get mostly anywhere from like the surrounding states area, and I know you're more like close to like, are you mid USA or like Midwest USA? Anyway, more than likely you'd have to travel through pretty much my area just to even get there. If you gotta hit I-75, you gotta go through my area. Kinda anyway. I live out in the countryside, so I actually have to drive to the next town over, but it's not that far. You coming? It'd be really cool. I've actually wanted to do kind of like a meet and greet, because there's a few people here in Georgia too. Like Mira lives here in Georgia. Tasme, or Matt, depending on what you'd actually prefer. He lives here in Georgia. Judo's actually kind of close by. She lives in Florida. It's actually quite a few people. I'd like to do a meet and greet one day. Even if it wasn't like that big or anything like that, but I mean, I'd enjoy it. A lot of us have spent a lot of online time. It'd be pretty cool to actually meet a few of you. Yeet! Taking the bags. Gotta get Zombie. That would be cool. Zombie lives in Canada though, so that's hard. Zombie doesn't just live in Canada. Zombie lives in almost like mid-Canada. I think she's about... gosh. If I had to do a rough estimate, I think it's about a 9.5 hour drive. Maybe even 12-hour drive from here to where Zombie lives in Canada. It could be longer though, because you have to pass through New York. And if you bypassed it, it'd take even longer. All the way from Canada. It would be cool though. I mean, it'd be really nice to get the OG crew together and everybody. I mean, a lot of the newer people too, but the OG crew would be really cool to see really get together and do a little meet and greet. Just fly, honestly, would be the smart thing to do. Always think like I'd never think about flight travel. That sounds horrible, but my family is always about people just like Like, I've been to California before. I live in Georgia, and I went on a round trip through the U.S. with my grandfather all the way to California. We traveled the northern states, all the way back around through the southern states. It took hours. We were gone for 2 weeks. We made a lot of stops. We did a little bit of camping, some cookouts. We met some family that I had never met before, and some stuff like that. But jeepers, the rest of my family is the same way. Nobody ever thinks about flying. I've never even been on a plane. And yeah, have a Canadian friend that wanted me to move to Seattle because he'd be less than an hour away from you. Fun fact about me, I've always wanted to move to Seattle. I love the way the forward movement of Seattle is. It's a really, really, really positive looking state. As far as positivity, I mean, it's not just like, I don't know how to put it. I've always thought that Washington was just always a really nice place. I've always wanted to move to Seattle, though. Honestly, if let's say if I ever did like really make it in streaming, that probably would end up being my end game spot to go. It would be Seattle. I have a lot of family here in Georgia. My family, like most of my family, like good 75% of my family is here in Georgia. My mom lives in Tennessee. The rest of my family is in Texas and Hawaii. And it would be hard not seeing a lot of my close family, but to be fair, Seattle would be end game for me, no doubt. Some dope music festivals. Not just about the festivals, that would honestly be a giant plus. But a big thing for me would be their weather. Their weather is so nice year-round. They don't have these super horrible winters and summers like I have here in Northwest Georgia. Like, here we have super humid summers that are horribly hot. We have the dumbest winters ever, where it's like very... I don't know how you even explain our winter. Like, one day it's 60 degrees, one day it's like 28 degrees. One day it'll be 60 degrees and you're sweating, the next day it'll be like 54 degrees, and the wind is so cold it cuts through you. There's no way to explain it. I'm allergic to like pretty much every plant here, which sucks. What up, Bon? How's it going? But yeah, Seattle is such a neutral place to live, and I think I'd really enjoy that, to be honest with you. Plus, that plus side to being so close to Canada. But Bon, glad you can make it over on YouTube. The reason I talk so highly about it being so close to Canada too isn't just the zombie thing, which would be cool to be able to visit, you know, friends in Canada. I did it again with the Thunderbolt. I get too hasty and I talk, and I meant to use... Oh, thank God we both missed. That horn drill would have killed me. But... level freaking 35? What the hell? Jeepers. But, yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be able to travel to other countries like that. And I had been to Mexico, which was, it was a decent time. I guess you could say it's kind of depressing at the same time, too. But, found something in the plants. Golden punnet berry. Cool. Thank you so much, Pikachu. Big mushroom. But yeah, traveling to Canada, it would have its perks, honestly, traveling back and forth. Especially being close enough to do so. DC's also Canadian, really. Make commanders in the chat? We've got moderators. Most of them here lately have been on Twitch watching here lately. They're like Riz like is a moderator and whatnot. I'm not sure what you mean by commanders. Is that possibly what you mean? Meowth is so cute. Meow, meow, meow. Okay. But yeah, we got a few people who are like mods and people who watch out for us over on YouTube. Here lately, though, a lot of people have been jumping in over on Twitch. Not complaining. Either way, I still watch both the chats right here, and I have full power, thankfully. One Piece reference, Commanders, and the Onko. Oh man, I wish I watched pretty much a lot of One Piece. No hate against it. It's not that. It's just intimidating, to say the least. I've always wanted to get into One Piece, and I've watched a few episodes, but my gosh, One Piece sounds so intimidating to somebody like me who loves anime, but would be so far behind trying to watch it. Way too many episodes of One Piece? Yeah. See, I was the same way with Bleach. Bleach, I wanted to watch it so bad, so I sucked it up, and I tried my best to watch Bleach. I literally got, like... To be fair, I don't even know how many seasons deep. I think I got to, like, season 8. Midway through, or toward the end, and I was just like... I don't know anymore, and I kind of just dropped out of watching because there's other things I was trying to watch, and I could never talk myself into watching the next episode again. Will end in 2045. Yeah, there's so many episodes. Bleach is a good anime. I like Bleach. I do like Bleach, and again, I made it to like season 8, I think. But oh my god, that was another one where I got to a point where I just like had to call it. I wanted to keep watching it, but anything that involves swords is cool. For the most part. Some of them are very, you know, like Running Kitchen. Oh yeah, that's super nostalgic. I haven't watched it in years, but when I did watch it, I loved it. It's like back in the Toonami days. I think it's actually on Funimation too, but like when it was actually on TV, those Toonami days. Oh man. Those Toonami days. Is Toonami even a thing anymore? I don't have cable, so I don't know. Like, I use Funimation and Hulu and a few other things to, like, stream anime on these days. And, like, I just stream these days, better yet. I don't use cable or, like, digital cable or anything like that. It's just... Gosh. The Toonami days, though. Everybody likes Zoro because he's a swordsman? Zoro, he's from One Piece, right? It is. It is. Like, Toonami's still going on, really? You love Zoro? You don't even watch the anime. The only thing of Zoro I know is a little bit from the Jump Force game. If it is the same guy I'm thinking about. We're showing off our Pokemon. Do you want to try? I don't know. People in Japan don't play. They sleep with a sword under their pillow. It's the same guy? I was thinking it was. I wasn't sure though. Oh man, this is a horrible matchup. Oh, let's get Gyarados out of here. That's like times 4 effectiveness. It's the swordsman that using 3 swords? I was thinking it was that guy. Here lately I've been fighting demons to go back and watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I've been trying to also fight demons with Attack on Titan. My gosh, I know the newest season's out. I'm trying to let it finish completely before I even try to watch any of it. And it's so hard. I know there's new episodes and I just want to watch it so bad. Give me a quick second. I'll be right back. You missed the big homie Kuwabara and Toguro. You August, who's your favorite anime of yours? I heard they were thinking about like redoing it. It's a shit. It brings memories for sure, yeah. Now you want to watch it? But yeah. They better not touch it. I did hear that they were wanting to do like a I don't know if it was a remake or a remaster, and I also heard something that they wanted to do with a no, that was it. It was either a remake or a remaster, and I don't remember which one it was. It was just something to like update like the it's literally perfect. I loved it too. The need to leave the show alone because it's a perfect gem. I mean, I agree. It's very good. I'd have to look it up. I'll try to find the reference and I'll have to stream and post it on Discord. School is fun, but so are Pokemon. I used to see that in school too. Let's do a switch key. Gosh, I wish I would have known this was a still type. Let's try to use Vulpix. Hopefully it doesn't die. You know, Yoshivilla and Nanaku is also a great character. Were the first anime you ever watched? I think mine was Dragon Ball Z. And Pokemon. If you can count Pokemon. But Inuyasha and Yu Yu were both up there as well. Gundam Wing was another one that was up there. I have like every episode of Gundam Wing though, so I always get my little fix on that when I need to. Kikyo is also a villain to you. I've been really wanting to watch Yoshihime. It's actually already out. It's the sequel to Inuyasha. It's about Inuyasha's daughter. I've been wanting to watch it so bad. You could say that since you was more Aizen though. DBZ Sailor Moon was your first. Yeah, see, Sailor Moon was another first one for me. I don't know how I forgot about that. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Like, this was Toonami when I was, let's say when I got into anime, I was about 9. I would say I was 9 years old. No, I'd say I was 8. 8-year-old me, this was Toonami. About, when did Toonami come in? It was like at 5 p.m., I think. No, it was later than that, I think. I think it was like 6 to, was it 6? It was either 7 and 9 or 6 to 8. I can't remember when the original Toonami time was for us here in the Eastern time zones here in the U.S. But it was something like that. So, and it was only about 4 shows. It could have been 6 actually. It could have been 7 to 10. Okay, yeah, I think it might have been 6 shows. So it was like either 6 to 9 or 7 to 10. I can't remember. It would have been different for all of us, but yeah. It's like, oh, pretty girls with magic. So this was literally how it was for me. Like, this was my although these were 90s anime, like I ended up watching them in like the early 2000s in the Toonami days, and it would be like whenever the heck it did come on. I always remember it started with Dragon Ball Z. It would start with Dragon Ball Z, and it would usually end with like the older ones. And they would like go showrunners first though. And I remember the iconic first few years of Toonami for me was It was Dragon Ball Z first. Sometimes 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, just in case one episode was like delayed behind the other animes. So it was Dragon Ball Z. Sometimes it was Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, but most of the time it was Dragon Ball Z. Sometimes 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. And then it was, let's see, Gundam Wing. Then they would do an episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. Then they would do an episode of Ronin Warriors or Samurai Troopers, depending on your area. Then they would do an episode or 2 episodes of Sailor Moon. And then sometimes Hamtaro is mixed up in the mixture. I don't know how many of you out there remember Hamtaro. Hamtaro used to be mixed up in there as well. Original Dragon Balls, it's late 80s. True, but I never watched it in the 80s. I wasn't even born in the 80s. But yeah, I didn't watch a lot of these until like they were on like Toonami when I was a kid. I didn't grow up with cable always, and if we did, it was like strict cable, and only got to watch it when I could. You remember Hamtaro? Oh yeah, like 2 p.m. and then Sailor Moon was like 3 for you. Well, I was in school then, so I didn't really get to watch a lot of that. You could watch TV after your mom's soap operas went off at 2. Yeah, I think we have a little time difference between us. Let me actually fix this really quick. Dragon Ball had a great opening theme. Isn't it weird that I always like the US versions of, not necessarily Dragon Ball, but I always like the opening theme of Dragon Ball Z better than I like the opening theme of, sorry, my mom went blank for a second, Dragon Ball Z Japanese. You watch Dragon Ball Z first, then Dragon Ball, then GT. It was a mix between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z for me because they kind of aired around the same time in my area. It was on and off. But I would say I did actually watch the full first season of Dragon Ball Z before I ever watched my first episode of Dragon Ball, period. And yeah, GT was after for me as well. You first saw DBZ and Sailor Moon when he was stuck at home with chickenpox. Am I the only person that remembers like Samurai Troopers or Ronin Warriors? It was just like Sailor Moon. Only instead of a bunch of women or girls, it was a bunch of guys. They had like spirit beasts and they just like would turn into like Ronin style like Japanese warriors. Gosh, it was a hell of a show. I used to love it so much. But yeah, it was just like Sailor Moon. It was a bunch of dudes, instead of turning into magical ladies, they just wore samurai outfits and had magic. Never saw those? It's okay. I understand. It was one of those 80s kind of things too. I loved it so much. You didn't like GT? I like GT. But my favorite part of GT was probably... Gosh, it's hard actually. It was the parts where Goku and Trunks and his granddaughter... What was Vidal's daughter? Vidal and Gohan's daughter. What was her name? I never watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh though. I can't say nothing against it. Just I never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh. But what was their name? Vidal and Gohan's daughter. Pan, yeah. When Goku, Pan, and Trunks, when they were traveling around looking for the Dragon Balls, I had so much nostalgia from Dragon Ball. I loved that. I loved it so much. But yeah, as far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes, I didn't really watch a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. Also, I hate to say it, I didn't really get into the card game as much as a lot of people. It's not that it was bad. I just didn't get into it for some reason. I don't really have a reason why. I wish I did. It was one of those things that didn't appeal to me as much as others. I was always into Pokemon a lot. I got into something called Duel Masters, which was very similar. But as far as actually getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, I never really did. I tried, I had some decks and some stuff like that, but you really like GT? I like GT as well, especially the Baby Saga. I was really sad, actually, to be fair with you. This is where I get hate. I'm not a big fan of Super. I've only watched a tad bit. When I say a tad bit, I mean 2 of the movies. Actually, I think 1 of the movies. I don't think I watched 2 of them. I think I watched just 1 of the movies. It was the one about the god dude. No, I watched 2 of them. Because I think I watched the one with Gold Frieza too. I think. I don't remember any details, so don't quote me on it, but Super to me was just like a stretch. I hate that, like, the writer of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball just decided he didn't want to do the show anymore. And then a fan came up and stepped up and made GT. And GT was canon. Then all of a sudden, the writer of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z wanted to come back. And then when he did, he randomly decided that GT wasn't canon anymore. I just don't like that. It's like watching your favorite show and seeing all this stuff happen, and all of a sudden there's like, yeah, that didn't happen. Let's just like start the story over. And I was just like, oh my god. Maybe it was the best in GT. It was interesting, so it was interesting just to not be canon. Why they bring back Frieza? Why not Cell? I kind of agree with that, to be fair. Cell was much more of a devastating villain than Frieza in a lot of cases. Like, a lot of people, I feel like, think that Frieza was so devastating because he killed so many characters. And it has the lineage, obviously. There was, like, Frieza. There was his brother Cooler, his father King Cold. But, like, Cell was a little bit more devastating long term, because though he didn't kill as many, canon characters, which he did, he killed a lot more people. First form Cell made DBZ interesting. It was like straight from a horror movie. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So they didn't bring back Cell because he's hard to draw. That's a lame excuse, it really is, due to all the spots of his body. But yeah, I mean, if you look at it from 2 standpoints, Frieza, again, he looks devastating as a villain, because, again, he killed a lot of mainline characters. But you look at Cell was like you said, he's straight up like a horror film. He's out here killing everybody. Essentially, first form Cell was just like literally traveling to towns and whopping people clean. Hitting them with the tail, taking their essence, and just, oh gosh, this is insane. But I can't say a lot. I haven't watched Super, other than the 2 films. So, I don't know. It could be pretty good. It could be. I know they have the original writer on it, so there's that as well to take into consideration. I just don't know a lot about it. I was just super bummed. I was actually a pretty big fan of GT, and then all of a sudden it just wasn't canon anymore, and I was, needless to say, a little butthurt, but, it's just me. Cell Saga was my favorite as well. Like, Gohan's always been my favorite character in Dragon Ball. In the Dragon Ball Z, I guess you could say. But in the Dragon Ball series would be better fit. Gohan was always my favorite character. I forgot to read which Pokemon they were sending in again. But yeah, always been a big Gohan fan, and they really gave Gohan a lot in the Cell Saga. Made you so emotional? Oh, I'm right there with you. Especially with, like, the father-son Kamehameha. Oh, man. If you didn't at least tear up a tad bit, you're not human. Hey, let's just try to do it with Pidgeotto. It's not going to work out well. We'll try it. That was about Gohan's growth and thoughts. I can see that. I mean, honestly, there's a big curve from Gohan. Like let's just put in Dragon Ball Z, like right from the get-go. Dragon Ball Z, Season 1, you got Gohan crying all the time. It's almost annoying how much this kid cries because he misses his dad, which is understandable. Goku is a good dad, but a very not their dad. and then he's trained by Namekian that tried to kill his dad. And he is also being basically targeted and almost killed by his freaking uncle who he's never met randomly. And his mom is Chi-Chi, who is Chi-Chi. Anyway, so Gohan has a really rough start. Crying all the time again. He's a really hard character to get into at first, but his character development, jeepers creepers. He literally goes from being this crying kid, always all the time, to almost seeing his, like, family torn apart. He watches his dad literally get a hole blown through his freaking body, and his uncle try to kill him, and then all of a sudden he's tossed into the fray again. In the Frieza saga, he has to travel to the planet Namek. He's got to train with all these people. They know he's got Saiyan in his blood. They know he can turn into like the Great Ape kind of thing. So that's a part of a thing going on. So Gohan has all this on his plate, and then there's the Frieza saga where he watches everybody die. He sees Krillin die. He sees Yamcha die. He sees Tien die. Like, so many people die. And then again, his dad gets ripped to fucking pieces in the middle of fucking space. And this kid is just like, I would say emotionally scarred with so much PTSD that it's unhealthy to even be a person at that point. And then we get to the things start to clear up. Then we're in the King Cold kind of era, and then the Android saga. And it just gets worse. Worse. He's a little bit older. He's like preteen Gohan. And again, his dad comes back just to see his dad come back and end up with a sickness from an android. And he's all again tore apart to pieces. And then it goes on even further to just like go into like this whole other thing where Cell's coming through and killing everybody that he knows all over again, just like Frieza did. I mean, what the fuck? That character had the craziest character development. I still feel like he's one of the most underrated characters of all Dragon Ball Z. Goku was a horrible father when you look at it. He's never there. Gives me how one episode Goku didn't even know how or when Gohan was born because he was dead. Raditz should have died. Should not have died. Raditz was Goku's biological blood brother. Gohan was insane. Yeah. The story for Gohan was just like, it gets overlooked so bad. I know a lot of it has to do with like Season 1 Gohan. A lot of people see him crawl like crazy. You gotta take into consideration, this kid barely has been around his dad. And his mom is like super mean and just wants to push him super hard in school. And yeah, I mean, he just has a rough life. One of Raditz fused with Goku. I have no idea. You okay? Just hair. Yeah. Isn't it weird? Like, let's be real. Look, Turles, Bardock, Goku, Goten, all look the same. Gohan even has so many similarities. You can see the character combinations they use with Gohan mixed with Chi-Chi to make Gohan. Let's spin this up a bit. And I'm talking about let's really spin it up a bit. Let's get the dog in here. Get her response on this, though. Raditz? Did Raditz not look like long hair Vegeta? What if Raditz was never actually Bardock's biological son? What if Raditz was actually the long-lost brother of Vegeta? They got the same hairline. They got the same hairline. All I'm saying is that bloodline runs strong with the K. Strong as shit. Goku, Turles, Bardock, Goten, Gohan, understandable. His mother switched it up a bit with Chi-Chi. Raditz, though, that hairline. You telling me he ain't long hair Vegeta? Looks like a giant version of Vegeta. Isn't Trellis baby Daddy Bardock? What happened if Nappa fused with Vegeta? Joker's like, what? Yeah, she never gets anything. I love it when I put up these poised positions for her because, like, she sits up so strong and then she's like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm going to act like I'm strong. Madara before Madara. What is Madara? I think I might have missed out on something. I wish I knew Super reference. If it's Dragon Ball Super reference, I won't know it. Have you ever seen the fan thing? It was like a fan trailer of Nappa. Raditz was the original Monkey D. But yeah, have you ever seen the fan fiction stuff of Nappa going Super Saiyan? Like everybody has their, crucial Super Saiyan form, to be at the Spocks, if they're frayed out straight up or like a certain way, but Nappa's, like, legitimately his eyebrows and his mustache just went blonde. I've only seen fan-made. I don't know if it's ever actually been a thing, but fan-made Super Saiyan Nappa was always just so hilarious to me. Oh, Madara from Naruto. Sorry. My Naruto references are horrible too. I watched Naruto. I watched all of season 1 of Naruto. Or Naruto, for those who prefer it to be pronounced that way. But, I've only watched the first season. Don't hate me for it. After the first season, it was really hard for me to get into it. I did watch the first season, though. I gave it a chance. I watched the first season. But I haven't watched a lot of Naruto, though. They jealous because Nappa was the Shaquille O'Neal of Saiyans. You've seen that, Rez? Seen someone give him a beard? I feel like I've seen the beard, too. A small path between towns. Tee-hee! Route 7, nice, right? Okay, are you ready? I think so. So, like, how good is Super? Is Super actually worth watching? Like, how do they do it? Like, this is a legit question, without too many spoilers. Like, from the bridge, from the Majin Buu saga to the actual Dragon Ball Super saga, which is supposed to be the Mitigation New Bridge, how good is it, actually? You love Super? Like, how good is that bridge, though, that actually mitigates, like, what happened from the Majin Buu saga? Like, the Majin Buu saga, basically, they brought Android 17 back. I've actually seen that. I've not seen the anime, but I've just, like, seen it in, like, clips. I follow a lot of anime content, so I have seen that. But, like, in mitigation, and without mitigation, I guess you could say, how is the connectivity on what's canon? Like, the Majin Buu series ends with Oob popping up. There's a new tournament, and Goku and Oob kind of, like, dish it out, and it's kind of like, basically about that. how well does it pick up from that point? Like, that is a serious question, because, like, I've considered watching Super so many times, I always talk myself out of it, because I hear this, like, Super Saiyan God thing, and it's a hard thing for me to just get behind, just blindsiding it. Majin Buu is all still canon? Yeah, I know it's still canon, but I know, like, Super's supposed to happen, like, after that, so I'm just mostly wondering, like, what is that mitigation that they brought into things to kind of, like, make more sense, I guess you could say. Dr. Jiro's creation, intro 17? Or Jiro's? It isn't as great as you think? I still don't get it, though. It sounds like just a beefed up Kaioken, honestly, from what I've read and from what I've seen. Compared to what people think they have to fight. Or compared to the people they have to fight. But yeah, it sounds like a beefed up Kaioken to me. But again, I really don't know a lot. I'll have to just try to suffer through it and give it a watch. I don't want to say suffer through it. I have to, like, get through it sometime and give it a... No, they are gods. Really. That's just weird. Thinking back, if Dr. Jiro can create infinite energy, he could have helped out the entire planet greatly. Or at least they radiate divine energy. And it's odd at the most extreme, like, level. Come on, paralysis. Do us some good. Hit him with the paralysis. I like that. It's like basically Pikachu's protected from your shell. Just could you imagine Wigglytuff trying to sing its song and it's just like ah! They became Super Saiyan Blue after the angel was Wiz trained them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give it a whirly-dirly sometime. It sounds interesting, but just again, I've never gave it a chance. The angels are the one who trained the mortals to become gods of destruction. That's interesting. We got Fakeade, which I probably won't use, but that's okay. It's a spunky move that deals double damage if a Pokemon using it has a status condition. Well, you used it wrong then, didn't you? Jeez. King of the Universe is Stewie Griffin. In the TBC series. Take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Awesome. Honestly, I hate to call it here, I really do, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the now. I'm getting tired. I'm getting pretty hungry. We've made some significant progress tonight. We made it through the cave. Got actually a lot accomplished. Got quite a few levels in. Got a few evolutions in. We're about at a point where things are going to start opening up for us up in the game. And I'm really happy for that. I really wanted to face Erica tonight, but I think it's better off to go ahead and call it here. And maybe try to do that tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night anyway. I know tomorrow night we're going to be going to the game corner. And traveling back to Lavender Town. So we got a lot going on. And I was hoping again to actually get to the gym leader, but I just don't see it in the cards tonight. It's getting pretty late. And I'm actually starting to get pretty tired and hungry again, like I said, so seems like a good spot to go ahead and call it. But I thank you so much for watching, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Twitch, and everybody on Facebook. Good night to you as well, Rez. Stewie is the ruler of all creation in Dragon Ball Super. And good night to you as well, Bon. Shout out to Tyrone. Boxing Nation. I'm not really sure what that means, but that's cool. Anyway, good night to you as well, Bon. And Raz, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stick around on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I really appreciate that. And hopefully everybody is gonna have a great rest if you're not. And we'll be back on here tomorrow playing some more Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And again, hopefully we can make a super dive on the progress. We made actually a giant chunk happen tonight, and I'm really happy about that. We had a lot of evolution, a lot of level ups, and a lot of good progress played out through the game. Sorry, so I get a little tired, but hopefully you can catch me tomorrow. If you can't, I understand. And if you can't, until next time. But for now, take it easy, have fun, good night, and whatever you have going on, hopefully you have a great one. But again, until next time, I'm out of here.